We're live.
Good evening, and thank you for joining our board meeting tonight. Please help me open with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May we have the roll call?
Trustee Grimm?
Okay.
Trustee Jesberger?
Here.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Fiscal officers here. Township administrator and superintendent of public works.
Here.
Chief of fire.
Here.
Chief of police.
Here.
Thank you. Our next meeting is March 18th, here at this location at 6 p.m. At this time, I would like to make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility. Second.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Thank you. Do we have any public comment?
No one's here, but
All right, on to the fiscal officer.
I sent out last night the December and January fiscal reports, so I'll read them. If you don't want to pass them yet, that's fine. So the December report is stapled because I also attached to it the year look back. So I'm just going to read the December report. December 1st, we had $10,876,248.25. Revenue in the month of December was $363,142.28. Expenditures in December was $1,058,827.65, leaving us with a year-end balance of $10,180,743.88. Do you all want to wait 2 weeks to approve this, or? The numbers aren't going to change, but I do recognize I just sent it out last night. And 2 weeks from now, we'll have a more robust conversation about 2024.
I'm fine with it.
You guys, the other two board members?
Yeah.
Okay. But also what's helpful on the whole year look back on that second page is just a snapshot per fund. And in general, you don't want to spend more than you bring in. And that's happened in a few spots. All right, the January fiscal report, and I don't want to pass this without passing the December one, so this too will wait for 2 weeks from now. January 1st, $10,180,743.88. Revenue out January was $605,140.81. Expenditures in the month of January, almost the same number as revenue, $606,998.70, leaving us with a fund balance on January 31st of $10,178,885.99. I'll seek a motion to approve the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Motion to approve payroll.
So moved. Second.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
I wish we could pass all these meeting minutes in one motion, but I think they need to be individual. So, motion to approve the July 9th meeting minutes.
Second.
So
Oh,
moved.
you gotta do it second, sorry.
Jess is the first. Okay. Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger?
Yes.
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Motion to approve the April 1st meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
You said April, you do mean August?
I sure do, mean August, sorry.
Okay.
And these are all last year.
Right.
April Fools, right?
No, just brain Didn't,
That's okay, we just want to wait for the records.
oh, thank you, thank you. Trustee,
Call you out of meetings, that's fine.
no, trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
Motion to approve the August 27th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Motion to approve the September 24th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
Motion to approve the September 30th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Motion to approve the August 22nd meeting minutes.
October.
Good God, October,
You were just saying, we were listening.
yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
Motion to approve the October 8th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Motion to approve the December 10th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
Motion to approve the December 20th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Motion to approve the January 14th, 2025 meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Abstain.
Motion to approve the January 28th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Grimm,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
I sent out a draft of the February 18th meeting minutes. I could not find the video. I'm sure it's out there, but I couldn't find it. And then for these three other meeting minutes, August 13th, December 17th, and September 12th, I need to know what time executive sessions ended and who seconded to end those meetings. I don't expect you to know that at the moment,
Didn't I send you an email?
but send it to me well before our next meeting.
I usually send them to you after.
Okay, if I haven't found them, it is possible.
Okay.
And then touching on, this is kind of also a committee working group, but we like having 3 budget meetings a year. I will also do quarterly look backs on these meetings, but as far as department heads meeting, we want to do that on March 11th and May 13th. I didn't check with department heads, so that one person has a schedule conflict, but he can meet at 4 p.m. on March 11th. And then those following meetings a week later, they can report out to the board what we discussed. So when we meet a week from now, we'll be looking back on 2024. When we meet in May, we'll start a draft of the budget, which this is what we did last year. It's about a month before we have to do it, but it's better to be ahead of these things in mind. Does that make sense to folks? And then usually we'll meet in October to do the appropriations for the following year.
Yeah. Will these meetings be open to the public?
Yeah,
Should we, so we'll put this out, push it on our website and Facebook page that we're
Sure.
having these meetings?
yeah. I feel bad for having them at 3 p.m. If members of the public want to meet in the evening, let us know. Years ago, when our meetings were at 7 p.m., we would sometimes have them at 5, but then there wasn't enough time before the board meeting. It felt too much for one night. So at the moment, these meetings are at 3 p.m. on a weekday, but citizens can contact me anytime if they have questions about our fiscal stuff, and if you want to join in with department heads looking at their numbers, those are the times for these meetings. That's all I have.
Thank you. On the committee and team reports, are you ready to chat?
So for the February 28th produce market, we distributed 11,000 pounds of produce to 449 individuals. We also have a family night coming up this Friday, the 7th, here at 3820 Cleveland Avenue. Doors open at 6 p.m. And the next family movie night will be March 21st at 999 Chambers Road, with doors opening at 6 p.m.
What's the date on the 999?
21st.
Okay.
Thank you. Beautification.
Some exciting news. We got our contract signed for working on 999. We had to pay half of it up front, but, did he say when he was gonna start?
Has not been scheduled yet.
Was that doing what?
For updating the electrical on 999.
Was that under beautification that we're doing that under? Okay, that's fine.
And, if we can get update on the social media part for the actual video.
Yeah, so similar to last year, so we give everybody a heads up to see what's coming down the pike for this year's beautification. We want to revisit it to see what our vision is for this year, how we're differentiating it, if at all, from last year, as far as categories and spotlighting. Have followed up with all the individuals again for their spotlight piece to highlight each participant for each month or months. For example, Rochelle was January, February. And Nishan, our artist, she's going to, I got her earmarked for the next 2 months, so on and so forth. So that's what I've been doing and reaching out to the individuals who still need to get their certificates, which are 3. So that's where we're at with that in the kind of infancy stage.
Have you had opportunity to connect with that company?
Oh, yeah, I sent him an email,
Okay.
and I have not got a response. I actually spoke to a human being on the phone.
Okay.
He said to send him the information. I sent him all the specs with pictures, and that was last week, so I need to bird dog it again to see if we can get that, make that happen. Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Budget work group.
I just announced that we're gonna be 3 o'clock next Wednesday. Tuesday. Tuesday.
I think the 11th
Tuesday's
is a
the
Tuesday, and I think also
Tuesday's the
May
11th.
13th is a Tuesday.
Tuesday's the 11th.
But, I mean, even before that meeting, if trustees have any specific questions they want us to discuss, we can, and then 2 weeks from now, we'll have a report out at this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Side note, Deborah, I'm really sorry, but I broke this.
I'm not sure what it is you
I
broke.
snapped off the,
Oh,
and it
the
won't
same
go
thing.
back on.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The microphone.
But we can still hear you.
Okay.
You pay no mind to that little doohickey that you broke off.
Okay, and my thing just died.
So,
Oh.
what did?
You have mine?
It's just died. It's fine. I speak loud. It's okay.
We can share
I'm
them.
sorry. Nope, I'm good. On to administration.
Okay, first of all, I got the request, your resolution to adopt an employee milestone and event recognition program.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Grimm?
Yes.
Trustee Jessberger?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Okay, the second thing I have is a reminder that Cleveland Avenue project began on March 3rd, and just let everyone know that the traffic is very congested going northbound. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Chief Rayleigh Fire.
Yes, we'd like to request a resolution to hire Thomas Wells, Thomas Klein, and Daniel Colson as full-time firefighters under the Safer Grant, effective March 29th, 2025, to be paid from funds 2908-220-190, 2111-220-100, and 2281-230-100.
So moved.
Second, we can talk about it.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Jesper.
Yes.
Trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Next, we have been working to get a health clinic setting here at the township for quite a while. Had a meeting recently with OSU Community Outreach. A couple of the doctors would like to have a minute clinic here at this location, starting April 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. This is a totally free clinic. They will have 2 physicians, 4 nurses, and some tech staff there to do exams. They'll have prescription authority, and they're working on flyers as we speak.
This is awesome. Thank you for being very adamant about getting this together. I'm hoping that it will be successful, and that they'll be able to do it even more here. And hopefully we would be able to bring in like dental and vision as well.
And that's the long-term hope, is we can show that the need is in the area. We're going to advertise this heavily. Their hope is to do this once a month, and as we move forward, bringing in more of those resources like the dental clinic.
Thank you. All right, on to Chief Jones with police. So we will start off. I would like to make a motion to open a public hearing on the rehiring of the police chief.
Second?
Trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Trustee Jesper.
Yes.
Trustee Clark.
Yes.
Do I read this next part?
Thank you.
The Clinton Township Police Chief Michael Jones is planning to retire and would like to be rehired by the township pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 145.381. The Board of Trustees is required to hold a public hearing on the reappointment of a retired person from the township who is in the Public Employee Retirement System, or PERS. The purpose of this hearing is to meet the statutory requirements. Chief, would you like to say a few words?
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Yeah, it's been a great honor. Going on 30 years here, and I still have a lot I'd like to do here, but in line with this is to mentor Joe McCoy, who is our lieutenant, second in command right now, so that he can succeed. You know, I've had some conversation with Trustee Grimm and Trustee Desberger and Trustee Clark about things that we've accomplished in the last 14 years since I've been at the helm. And I think we still have a lot to do yet. But moving forward, there's no lack of activity or creativity on my part, so that the board knows I'm just not hanging around here. So we've got a lot of work to do yet, and again, it's been a great honor and hope to continue for a short time longer.
Thank you, Chief. Do any members of the public have any comments? Lieutenant McCoy?
Yeah, I would say as a member of the public, I'm proud to live in this township. This is a great force. So thank you to the whole department.
All right. I move to close the public hearing, and I need a second.
Second.
Trustee Clark.
Yes.
Trustee Jesberger.
Yes.
Trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Okay, on to you for the rest of the agenda.
First thing I'd like to discuss this evening is the 2024 year-end report. It's being distributed as of this evening to the board members and the public. And I believe Deborah's going to put this on our website.
Yeah, I'm going to announce it's available along with the link and put it on the police website. I'm also going to take a couple handpicked statistics just for the newsletter as well, so I'll get with you more on that tomorrow or
All right.
whenever.
Perfect.
So we can.
Just a couple topics on the year-end report. As you noticed, so last year, we did try to put a couple attempts at getting a levy passed to increase the strength of the police department with our run volume. Those levies were not successful, so we did start making cuts. I heard the word the other day, frugal. So we were able to shave off about $300,000 from the previous year expenditures. That's with 0 part-time officers now and 9 full-time officers with the supervision staff that we currently have. So our carryover in 2023 is $760,072. In 2024, at the end of December, we carried over approximately $914,695 to kind of keep it as an even flow. So we're watching expenditures. Going through here, if you look at calls for service, roughly about the same number that we had in 2023. Our mutual aid requests did go up with some issues Mifflin Township was having. Those issues have since kind of righted themselves, so we're not running over there as much. Citations, about the same. Our crash rate went up slightly by about 20. Overtime, 2023 for our full-time staff was about 1,606 hours. We cut about 400 hours of that out last year. I know some of our public community engagement events, we are still doing those. So we haven't cut those out, but yet we're being very watchful with the overtime hours to keep those costs down. In 2023, we had 1,007 hours of part-time help from the part-time officers we had. 2024, without the part-time staff, we had 0. That was a cost savings roughly about $68,000. Our crime stat numbers that we report to the FBI, roughly about the same. Robberies went up a little bit in 2024. Again, part of that based on juvenile crime that we've had across Franklin County entirely, not just here in Clinton Township. And the last part of this is our annual use of force report that we put out. That's required by our policies and procedures in the Ohio Collaborative to keep our certification in the gold standard. It just touches on all the use of forces that we had, most of those being car pursuits. A lot of those were terminated. Very rarely do we have use of force where we use taser or pepper spray. With the amount of contacts our officers have, that number is very low compared to other agencies. So I think our staff does a tremendous job in deconfliction, and would like to really know that. So I have for the year-end report.
Thank you.
Very thorough.
Next, I have a request for a resolution to sign a contract with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office for ID and DNA swabs. This contract increases the price to $55 from $50 per person. However, because we utilize the detective here at the county, most of the time those people are charged into jail under the county's charges. So it's a contract we need to sign and have in place, but we last year did not get charged anything. So it's just an increase in an updated contract. There's 2 copies of it that need signed by all board members and the fiscal officer for today's date.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Grimm.
Yes.
Next item I have is to request a purchase order for $12,441 to Strategic Sourcing for Cradle Point 5G router units for the police cruisers. That is from Fund 2261-210-740. And moving forward with this, Verizon will be rebating through billing credit the actual cost of $740 per unit during the course of this year. So we will be getting that rebated back on our bill for each one of those units. What these are 5G connections that enable GPS in the cruisers. I know we've talked with some IT meetings we've had. The 4G service doesn't allow for GPS. The new county CAD system we're going to is 5G GPS enabled, so it'll be able to track where the cruisers are. Kind of like with fire and EMS, they'll send the closest unit to wherever a crime is being indicated. So we need to upgrade that as soon as possible. And Verizon with their rebates is saving us a lot of money with that, so it's roughly about $7,000 or $8,000.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Jasper?
Yes.
Trustee Green?
Yes.
Next item I have is to request a resolution to surplus the 2 Tesla police cruisers. VIN number 5YJYG2MF099700 and VIN 5YJYGD2MF110002 to Gov Deals for auction.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Green?
Yes.
Trustee Jasper?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Just touching base on that, we are facing some issues, not so much with the fleet, but replacing these. We have found a Dodge dealer to replace these 2 units. In discussion with them today with the tariffs that were put in place last night through Bloomberg and the dealership I talked to today, the price of these units could be going up as much as $12,000. So they have 6 on the lot. At the next meeting, I'll be bringing forward those POs for proposal for those. If they have them on the lot, they will give them to us at the price they have today. And the last item I have is just kind of an informational piece. I've challenged Chief Fraley in the Clinton Township Fire Department to a Battle of the Badges blood drive, and that'll be through the Red Cross. We don't have a firm date yet, but that will be in July.
Awesome.
You're gonna be in charge.
Stay hydrated, everybody.
What's that?
You're gonna be in charge of that, right?
How does it work? How do you just get people to come and then they sign
Yeah,
as to
get people,
who
we
they
did
came
this
from?
years ago, and it's been quite a while. But yeah, they will have blue gauze and red gauze tape. So if you want to donate your number to fire department, you'll get the red, and if you donate to police, you'll get blue. But they will have some things to hand out to those that donate blood as well. So last year, the Mid-Ohio Director was our chief's meeting. I think 3 departments did it last year. I can't remember which ones they were, but they raised about 300 units during those events just for the 3 departments. So we get our community involved and put some public information out. Those great folks at Target, they love to come and help, and we'll get them involved as well.
And that's here? They do it here?
That will be here, yes.
Giving out, get out free gear up there.
Yeah.
Well, we really don't lock people up.
Sorry. Just to confirm, this has Trustee Clark listed as chair. Does it matter for these?
I don't know where they got that information from. That came from the finance department in the county. I would cross that out and put you as the chair. That's the sheriff's office, that wasn't me.
We'll go down the hall back to their door. Not my job.
And that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you. Dave Medley.
The Public Works under flexibility, I had a email came in this afternoon from the county. They want a motion to accept the Ohio Department of Transportation certification mileage for 2024 for the township. They'd like to have this back by March 1st.
What does that mean?
There's no changes. We still have 15.393 miles.
What miles of road was that?
Yeah.
Miles
You mean April 1st? Or did they really mean a few days ago?
A few days ago.
Hey,
We
I don't even know what month
usually
it is,
have
so.
this earlier in the year,
Right.
but just need a motion to accept it.
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Green?
Yes.
Trustee Jasper?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
What did you say that was, 15 point what?
393.
We don't have 16 miles of roads. Just,
All right. You're gonna do dams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of Dancer for code enforcement. He's dealt with a lot of emails back and forth about 945 Chambers Road. This property's vacated. I won't read all of his statement, but the property's vacated. The owner of the property lives in Kentucky, and it's been vacant for 10 years. We have some homeless people there, and we have an apartment complex next door that is in the city of Columbus. And we have some residents west side complaining about that, reaching out to him what he can do. He has contacted the county on that, or the city on that property. Also has contacted the management company, and they said they want to try to clean up the mattress and stuff. What they're doing, they're kicking residents out and redoing the apartment complex itself. So there's a lot of things out in the parking lot. So he's trying to get that taken care of. So he is working on it. If anybody in the public wants to reach out to me to get some more information about it, what Dan's doing, they're more than welcome to call Township and speak with me. And that's all I have.
Awesome. Deborah?
My focus is now towards Arbor Day. It's going to be Saturday, April 26th, and we're going to have the same activities that we typically have on that date as well, with the garage clean out,
Yes.
partnering with local waste services for the dumpster, or use ours. It's the same day as the DEA Drug Take Back Day. Free trees, you've already reached out to somebody about that as well.
I got an order in, we haven't
Okay.
confirmed yet what we're going to do.
And then also we have the tire take back, confirmed date on that is July 12th. So that's going to be in the newsletter as well. It's obviously a different day, but I just wanted to throw that in there. So any questions on that? So we'll be pushing that out, it'll be in the newsletter as well. March is National Nutrition Month. We're going to focus on who here eats at least one vegetable and one fruit every day? Or do you literally go all day and realize like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten a fruit or vegetable?
I'm gonna say
Well, besides Joe, okay. So we're going to focus on nutrition, provide some resources for our residents so they know where they can go to get free resources, food pantries, food shack, produce market, things like that as well. And then Lieutenant McCoy is going to put together a nice little article to let people know what they should and shouldn't do for good nutrition. Just kidding.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Franklin County Engineer's Office, everybody aware that we have a liaison here now. His name's Tony. He's awesome. We've been working together with respect to getting the information out on the phases of the project. That's all on Facebook. It's on social media. It's on our website. And I've been working with Simone through Franklin County Engineers and sharing their post on their Facebook onto ours. So we got full inertia going on here with the project, as well as the LED signs letting people know about the updates. The only other thing that we may want to consider is maybe get some signs out there telling people not to turn around in the driveway. We've been seeing some of the happening already, so just FYI on that. Budget meeting, Deb, you mentioned, and on here we have a couple meetings for March 11th. Just want to get a little blurb, I can push that out for the residents, for the public meeting. And then also I can put in the May 13th meeting. I can put that information for that meeting also in your article for the newsletter as well, to let people know about that budget meeting if we want to put a little blurb in the newsletter once it gets pushed out, which should be before the end of the month. So what else? Oh, real quick, I got Lindsay Shaw, she's the Senior Relationship Manager with the Ohio State University Office of Student Life, reached out to us regarding a program that they're doing for off-campus housing network. It's for exploring ways that they might collaborate with our municipality with respect to the program. Central component of this program is a safety inspection process, so on and so forth. They have property owners with rental units in surrounding townships and municipalities So I reached out to say, give me some more information, and then I'll share it with the trustees. And they go on to say your insights and collaboration would be invaluable as we seek to enhance housing standards and provide students with the best possible off-campus living experience. And I also asked her if they've already identified all the properties, rental properties, in Clinton Township, that she could go ahead and provide us with those with respect to the program. So just trying to figure out what it is exactly that they want us to assist us with. So more on that as I get more information. Any questions on that, or do you want me to forward you the email, or you want me just to keep getting more information until I find out what it is exactly that they want?
Wait until you get more.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciations? Cooper?
I would like to thank Deborah for helping us out quite a bit with our flyers recently.
Oh, I totally forgot. I'm sorry. We got a new flyer. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Thank you. There's his levy, got posted, it's on social media. It's also out here on the bulletin board, and it's gonna be in the newsletter as well. And if you didn't see, we got an awesome photo of Officer Mulvey as well. He's gonna be in the newsletter. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But for rapidly transporting some of those flyers for us, so we were able to advertise our events at the market Friday. She turned that around in a day. So awesome job, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I have one appreciation. So March is Social Work Month. And so I wanted to take the time to honor and show support to our part-time social worker, Carly, and our social work student intern, Allison. They both continue to do an amazing job with our residents, linking with resources, and they just continue to want to learn, and they want to know everything. They help out with all the events. And I believe that Carly is getting ready to sit for her licensure exam soon. So thank you to them, and good luck to Carly.
They also helped Chief yesterday over at Roberta's house too.
Any other appreciations? All right. Any other items or public comment?
I'm just gonna say I'm heartbroken that at the federal level we're abandoning Ukraine. So, not that our trustees can help, but it's a real shame.
Banning what?
Abandoning the country of Ukraine.
Right.
It's not great. But that's a little bigger than we should.
Anything else?
And I also needed to announce we have fire levy informational meetings coming up on March 15th at 999 Chambers Road and March 22nd here at 3820 Cleveland Avenue. Both of those meetings will be at 12 noon.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? All right, at this time, I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.
Sorry, the resolution doesn't apply.